And don't reference the format. We're just trying to be super pro.
Oh.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. This is What the Flock Radio's Birds of a Feather. We are an indie music-focused show, rife with witty, fuck-laden, insanely interesting, and unhinged banter. Our thematic submissions will confuse, infuse, and delight you, while our fascinating fun features fluster, flummox, fulfill, and thrill you. And I am Professor P. Soup, international rock legend, radiant savant. What else was I? You see,
amateur wildlife
photographer. We might as well tell the audience the fourth walls are meant to be broken. We have not recorded the show in, what is it now, Cupcake? 6 weeks?
Yeah, at least.
I forget.
But why is
everything.
that? Why didn't we record?
Oh, something about one of us was away. It wasn't me. Oh, you were away on a tour, weren't you?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I forgot. It's been a while. It's been
we'll
a week and
probably talk about that again in a bit.
Right, fair enough.
One thing about that is a lot of the just the general grasp on how shows go is completely lost. I do remember this that I said on this side of the table.
Yes, it's true.
And
that's your mic.
I swear, just as we started recording, other thing occurred to me. We're supposed to say good things about the show.
Yes, we're supposed to say good things about the show.
Yeah. I'm going to really try to retain that one.
Yeah.
And, and here at Birds of a Feather, whatever you might think we're up to, here, we want you to know that to encapsulate our goal, our mission statement, we're only making plans for Nigel.
That's true.
We only want what's best for him.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm so glad that
That's
we're on the
never
same
been a
page
question.
about that.
Never been a question.
And, we are coming back. I'm coming back to do the show again, despite the fact, having learned on one of the recent shows that I'm doing this with a notorious cowbell hater. You think you know someone.
Fact.
I have a theory. Anyone who hates cowbell has some underlying trauma.
Oh, I do, for sure. Cowbell
were you trampled as a child by a cow?
Yeah.
And you heard its bell ringing over your futile screams?
Something similar to that occurred.
That makes me feel so much more sympathy for you.
Definitely. The cows have not stopped screaming.
Yeah.
No.
Silence of the cows.
Exactly. Exactly.
See, I feel I can empathize much more now.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Still, I don't need any cowbell.
Just don't make me tell you to grow up again, okay?
Yeah,
that's actually on a recent show. If you listen to the recent shows, you'll hear it, honestly. But when you're my age, you don't understand. Telling people to grow up is a full-time job. So.
Not this bitch.
It was over nothing, too.
This bitch is so grown up.
Absolute nothing. Okay, who is this person who needs to grow up? What's your name, notorious cowbell hater?
Well, I am Christina, and I'm the vocalist for the dark alt-rock band Ascent, and that's A-S-N-T. And I'm going to do the thing that I do, that little thing I do called Who Dat. And let's see if you can figure out who dat. I lived above the Moulin Rouge. I've been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame since 2014. Inspired by the Beatles, I bought an $8 guitar at 15 and began playing and writing songs. I played the Nelson Mandela 46664 concert in 2003 after a 25-year hiatus. I re-recorded a song with David Bowie and Paul McCartney. Carly Simon wrote Anticipation about me. In 1979, I auctioned off my guitars and gave the proceeds to charity. Some of my friends likely still call me Steve. Who dat?
I'm usually, I have a pretty good record with this who dat thing.
You do.
This might have to be, my humbling defeat.
Cat Stevens.
Oh!
Or Yusef.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Some interesting little factoids in there. And the song that he re-recorded, I couldn't say. You know what song he re-recorded with David Bowie and Paul McCartney?
Actually, it's going to take a minute.
Okay, we'll come back to it. Anyway, who dat? Cat Stevens, Yusef, amazing artist, somebody we both love. We love to pieces. All his catalog, honestly, just amazing. And I revisited it while writing this. I was like, who should I write about? And then I thought, Cat Stevens.
I have a number of his albums, and I
know.
picked up Buddha in the Chocolate Box the last time I went to Hollywood, or one of the last times. And, you know, just for you young people, when I say I have, that means I actually went out and bought them. You know?
You didn't Spotify it?
Yeah, we're the dinosaurs still do that. So
That's so weird.
yeah, I can listen to everything, but I have what I have.
Wow, there you go. That's true. He does have what he has.
So what's
All right.
shaking?
Well, I'm going to do what I always do. I want to do the Finch-worthy slang, and this is a feature we do on every show, and we're challenged to use the selected slang word as much as possible throughout the show, whether or not it makes sense. And this time it is FOMO. FOMO, fear of missing out. Slang antonyms are no stranger to the dictionary. FOMO, otherwise known as fear of missing out, is a word often used by younger generations and was added to Merriam-Webster in 2016. FOMO.
You know what? That just goes to show I will look for every opportunity to use FOMO, but
Yes.
I never heard it before in my life.
Fear of missing out.
Yeah, I mean, there are
It's
a lot
kinda
of
like
these.
IKR. I know, right? That's those
Yeah,
little...
yeah. See, I know that one. And YOLO, you only live once.
You only live once.
FOMO, that's like FUBAR. See, back in we had like FUBAR back in my day.
FUBAR.
Yeah,
Fucked up
FUBAR
beyond-
never really goes away.
Fucked up beyond all recognition, yes.
Yeah, that's kind of a time honored.
That's a good one, yeah.
But yeah, I know some of
Maybe
these.
we'll do that one next time, FUBAR.
Some of these hipster things, but
FOMO.
What is it? FOMO.
FOMO, fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out. Okay.
Well, that's the thing. Every week they come back to listen to the show because they have FOMO.
Don't miss out because YOLO.
Oh, my God. Oh, shit's getting really fucked up here. So you mentioned something.
I did?
And I think, yes, you do that. And I appreciate you bringing it up because, yes, Ascent did go on another Pacific Northwest tour. Now, we didn't plan on doing it, but the infamous and amazing Rock Mama Management decided she was going to book a whole tour for us, and we said, well, if you book it, we will come. It's kind of that whole thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If you build it, they will come. If you book it, we're going to come, and
Yeah.
we fucking did. So back to the Pacific Northwest we did. We went for another 6 shows. We played all over the place, everywhere from Portland to Tacoma to Everett. We were all over the place. So in all, like 3,014 miles.
Ugh.
That's a lot. In 16 days?
And
Yeah.
believe it or not, I know you're thinking they have this huge tour bus with a driver and everything, so they can just kind of sleep.
Sure.
Believe it or not, it isn't like that. You know?
No, I wish it were. And maybe next
Although
time.
occasionally they do the unimaginable, they actually do get paid. You know?
Well, that's true. We did get paid quite a bit on this tour, which was very lovely. And no, we did our own driving. Exhausting. But a couple things I wanted to mention. First of all, fucking amazing. The Pacific Northwest is incredible, and they love them some Ascent, and we love them. And they are so hospitable, so kind. And my favorite part is they are so excited, confused, and into Ascent. They're like, you guys are 2 people and you make a lot of noise, so it's really cool. But Rock Mama Management is somebody that I met in 2016 when we did a tour there in 2016, clearly, and we maintained a friendship. And Rock Mama is moving here to California shortly, and she recently announced on Musicians Hangout, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, that she is now our manager, and she is managing Ascent going forward, our booking, everything. And she's not only a huge fan, she's a dear friend. So we are very excited to have Rock Mama Management being part of the Ascent journey going forward. She's already been part of the last 3 tours we did, so it just makes sense. And Musicians Hangout. I want to get everybody to start watching Musicians Hangout because they do it on YouTube, so you too can watch, David.
Even I?
Even you can watch. And Musicians Hangout is a great show that focuses on indie music like we do. But it's a live show, and they have cameras on. And they do their whole show live, and they have their people come in and...
Scary.
Interview.
No.
They interviewed us before our last tour, as set up by Rock Mama, and before this last tour as well. So both tours in 2021 and 2022. And they hyped us. They told people about us. We made a lot of new fans through their show. They're fucking amazing. You can find them on Facebook at Musicians Hangout. WA, so Washington Musicians Hangout. And tell them Ascent sent you. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't take a second to mention the fucking bands we played with. We played with amazing bands. And hopefully they will submit their music because, it's all about the submissions here. So the 1967 rock band, you can find them on Facebook at 1967 Band. They are straight up rock. They're good. They're solid. They kick ass. The first band we played with when we went back. And then also Lust for Glory. We played with them. Now, poor Lust for Glory. So fix that. I'm sorry. Gotta cut that. Poor Lust for Glory. They have played with us 4 times now.
Wow.
They played with us on our last tour. They played with us this time twice, and then they came to L.A. last year, and we played with them when they came to L.A. So they are rough-edged lo-fi rock, and they are on Facebook at Lust for Glory Band. Definitely listen to them. They have this ever-changing cast of characters in the band, and it makes it so fucking interesting. So in the middle of their set, they'll switch band members. It's fucking crazy, but it's fun. And they're so sweet. They're wanting to do a little tour with us again soon, so we may be working on that. Grimace, Grimace.
Oh, yeah.
Grimace, female-fronted, fucking in-your-face rock, another amazing duo. And you can find them on Facebook at Kiss My Grimace. They are a duo that is badass, in-your-face, experimental rock, and you will not fucking regret checking them out. Also, another band we played with, Beautiful Skeletons. They are alt metal, again, female-fronted. I love that. And you can find them on Facebook at Beautiful Skeletons, and they are in-your-face, fucking hardcore rock. And she growls and she sings, and it's badass, and she bangs her head, and the band is kicking ass. It's just fucking rock. Then we played with 21 Day Coma. 21 Day Coma is rock, and it is Rock Mama's husband, the drummer in that band. And you can find them on Facebook at 21 Day Coma, and they just released a new album on the 21st called Outbreak, so fucking pick that up everywhere. 21 Day Coma, rock, poppy, but also kind of hard-edged rock, kick-ass, super hooky, totes your jam. Cherry Dragon, we also played with them. They're rock, punk, surf, blues, new wave, and J-pop. Female-fronted as well.
Now that is intriguing.
Yeah, you got to check that shit out. We played with them as well. And it is a married couple, so vocals and guitar, a married couple, and then just other band members that are ass-kicking as well, and they just do their thing. And it's just this perfect blend of all of those styles. And interesting fact, the guitarist is also in 21 Day Coma. It's a little like there's a little meltiness going on in some of these bands, which is fun. Then 2 more bands, and then I'm going to shut the fuck up about the tour. But I cannot go on without mentioning Kitty Junk. Grunge, punk, junk is what they call themselves.
They call themselves
That's
that.
right. Grunge, punk, junk. Female fucking fronted, in your face, loud, super hard hitting fucking rock. Check them out on Facebook at Kitty Junk Girls. Face melting. Seriously, just like all over the place. Like at the end of this set, she got her guitar, pulled all of her strings off, and threw it on the stage. It's just like that. It's like in your face bullshit. And then the last band, certainly not the least, Ghosts of the Pacific, hard rock. Fuck. So good.
I'm telling you, you think all the good names are gone, and then you hear a list like this, Ghost of the Pacific.
Fucking A, right?
Awesome. And, Lust for Glory, considering the description as well.
Yes.
Just that summary of the band was enough to hook me. And 1967, can we talk here? Okay. You're talking about, you had me at your name. I didn't have to, the bio was great. That's cool. But you had me, if you sound anything like 1967,
they're so
I'm
badass.
yours, I mean, I was around then, babe. I know you probably weren't, but I was 6.
I was not.
Okay,
No.
I was 6.
And I know you love Grimace. I've introduced you to Grimace because when we played with Grimace last year, it was their first fucking show. We played their first fucking show with them, and they are kicking ass. And actually, they're coming to tour here, so I may grab you to go watch them with me live. You
know what I think drives you to take these epic Odyssey type journeys?
I like Journey.
Yeah, epic Odyssey journey sites. To these faraway places to do shows. I think it's FOMO, actually.
It is FOMO.
You just fear missing out on those experiences.
Out. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't, exactly. Everybody, these are the experiences. I think about them, and I think that's something I want to do.
Yeah.
It turns out I will be actually getting the opportunity very soon and repeatedly locally at a very swanky little theater that is going to let the professor go up and make some convert pea brains, spit some ill rhymes and things like that.
As you should.
And of course, I'm basically getting back in the game too. But maybe I'll save that for another time. I don't know.
We will discuss that on future shows. Yeah. But Ghosts of the fucking Pacific, we actually are considering touring together, maybe doing some collaboration. They are fucking badass. They're a 5-piece band, and it's male fronted. Just so good. I was so happy. We played our last show with them, and we also played with 21 Day Coma. We played with them twice while we were there. Fucking A. Just so great. So check them out on Facebook at Ghosts of the Pacific. I had to mention all these bands because we are an indie music focused show. And these
Rife
are all,
with, sorry.
That's right, Rife with Witty.
Sorry, the canned narrative,
These bands are kick-ass, and they are out there, and they're fucking doing it. Thanks to people like Rock Mama Management, who booked all of this.
Hell yeah, Rock Mama.
That's right. And thanks to Musicians Hangout, who promotes all of this stuff in Washington and all over the world. She promotes bands. Anybody who has music, who wants to have a moment, they give them that moment. And they're the nicest, sweetest, kindest women you will ever meet. So, what a fucking treat and what an honor to be part of this with all of these amazing people.
And it's so exciting that you actually have management and Rock Mama,
right?
Who is so loyal to the game. Thank you, Rock
amazing.
Mama, for taking the pumpkin and hubby in and going to give them their just desserts in the music scene because they're awesome.
One can only hope. Well, again, I just have to remember that you found us in 2019 at the place held together by Band Stickers, and thank you for hearing something in us.
You mean the place we met?
Yes,
yeah.
The place we met. And, Rock Mama heard something in us all those years ago in 2016 as well that she liked, and thank God. I mean, that's what music's about, is hooking people and moving people, and even if it was the last 2 minutes of a song, I'm glad it did something for you, because look what happened. And it did something for Rock Mama, and look what happened there.
There you go. There you go.
So anyway, enough about the tour. It was fucking amazing. We have tour shirts still available due to a T-shirt debacle that I will save for off-air that I will tell David about, and he will groan alongside me. But tour shirts available. Hit me up if you want them. I'll be advertising them. But
they're pretty stunning, I must say.
Enough about me. Tell me about me. I'm just kidding. Tell me about the theme recap, please.
Oh, yeah. Can we have a sidebar again, just so I can hear you say, it's a recap,
It's a recap.
Like, there was such a pat on your pointed little head tone about that. I kept replaying that, and I loved it. I might have even saved it. I can't recall, but
I believe you did.
Yeah, it's a recap.
At least you sent it to me. So
I definitely have a clip of it in my phone. Okay, theme recap. Oh, yes, we did the bird banter. That's right. It was the tour talk.
Yes, it was.
Sorry.
Yes.
Theme recap, then. We don't really have a narrative to explain what that is because it's kind of self-explanatory. The theme, and in this instance, we're talking about the theme of the show that is just now getting underway. And this will, if you're listening carefully, this will color your appreciation of the entire program tonight. It is once Bittern, twice Magpie. She loves to hear me say these things.
Because they're so insane.
Because they're so insane, and I just say them as if it's like,
no
good
big
morning,
deal.
And what's that all about? Once Bittern, twice Magpie. I give her a little reward there.
I cannot get enough of it.
So what does once Bittern, twice Magpie mean? This would involve songs about being bitten, either literally, yes, please, songs about yourself getting bitten, figuratively, by unrequited love, heartbreak, a cruel twist of fate. You see, we're standing on our heads on this one. Bad luck, or something with teeth. I mean,
it's wide open.
It's like, 8/10 of every song ever written. All right, so I'm sure we found some stuff here. By we, I mean Christina.
Yeah, it was me. It's all on me, man.
All right, well, anyway, that is what we're going to be hopefully hearing songs about. You might have to use a little imagination, but we guarantee they will be good because she does not miss when it comes to picking, so far at least, when it comes to finding awesome tunes.
I knew you were going to fucking qualify that.
I don't know what will happen ever.
I think you do. I think you do.
And things are taking a very dark turn here on the
Does that mean that I'm up
format.
Next? Oh, no, that's you.
No, that means me. And there's this red letter.
We're not supposed to mention the format.
Oh, damn it. Did I do that again?
Yeah, we don't mention the format.
What about the red letters, though?
Oh, you can mention the red letters.
Okay.
But just not the format.
Well, look at these red letters. They say new. I believe that indicates this is an actual feature that we have not done before.
That's right. It's brand new.
And this is a very interesting one. This is called "It's with Great Egret?" Question mark. I did not.
You did not fail.
The inflection at the end there was intentional.
Perfect.
It's with great egret, which means maybe there isn't any egret.
Yes.
That's the thing which we need, especially considering the subject matter. For this feature, we discuss the glory days and the latest releases from aging artists. What, in our opinion, is their greatest contribution to music, and what is their legacy?
I hope you FOMO on this, right?
I think...
Are you FOMOing this on this?
Do I have fear of missing out on this feature?
Yes.
No, I have fear of doing this feature.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew I was confused.
Yeah, there is no fear of missing out on this feature.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, anyway, but I will say, in its defense, that this feature is sort of a dinosaur's dream. You know, because it's about the the A word, the aging artists,
which are a lot of our
which are a lot
artists.
of them. A lot of them.
We lost David Bowie. I can't even. My brain doesn't even get around that. It doesn't make sense.
And considering he started when he started in the '60s, he wasn't even that old.
No.
You know? But you have heard the expression "when dinosaurs ruled the earth." Well, they kind of still do, if you're willing to allow it. Just look at the music scene. Now, all right, admittedly, the dinosaurs aren't selling tons of records. But when it comes to the tours, oh yeah, Jurassic Rock rules on the road, you know. But this feature is about the music, and there we see a surprising number of acts from the 60s and 70s that are not just touring, but recording as well. And those types of acts would be the focus of a feature like this, if I am understanding the idea correct, the concept correctly.
Absolutely, because we know that there's a lot of great music in the past, but these great artists some of them are still creating music now, and I don't think most of us even know how good it is.
Exactly. There's a station dedicated to that. What is it called? A modern retro radio or something like that.
I thought you were going to say the Tar Pit Rock or something.
Yeah, no, it's like that. They play new stuff by old artists.
I love
You'll
that.
hear like Billy Idol from 2018, and stuff like that.
Because why do we think that these artists are ready to retire making music? I mean, that doesn't make sense. If you're an artist, it's always in you. So why not? If you still have the ability and
as Papa Het says, we are not a legacy band. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a legacy band.
No.
With touring on records you put out 20 years ago. Nobody cares. You're doing it. That's great. However, there are acts that are still putting out
love it
to this day records and have been doing so for a long, long time and largely unnoticed by the general public. Of course, the fans, well, it's different. So since this feature has mentioned aging acts and how they're holding up, let's look at that. Now, I am a sentimental old sot, so maybe I am slightly biased in favor of my tar pit brethren, but I will execute my duty to the cho and to the folks. And the cho comes first, and everybody knows that the cho and human rights are mutually incompatible.
Absolutely true.
I mean... Anyway, examples of what I was talking about include from the 60s, The Who, Yes, Bob Dylan, Ted Nugent, The Rolling Stones, Paul and Ringo, Alice Cooper, and Deep Purple.
Wow, it sounds like future feature. This sounds like that's who you're going to cover for this feature going forward. Holy crap.
Just saying the pool is a little...
It's crowded.
It's a fairly sizable pool.
Yeah.
It can be milked. It's a big cow that can be milked for a while.
Well, I was hoping so.
Every one of those acts I just mentioned has been touring throughout and has released an album in the last 3 years, except for the Rolling Stones.
Wow.
But even they had one 6 years ago. So. Now, well, you know how it is about the 70s, okay? I'm Rambo. Nothing is over. You don't just turn it off. Well, apparently I'm not the only one who didn't get the memo. Many notable 70s acts are still touring or recording, such as AC/DC, Aerosmith, Blondie, Kiss, Cheap Trick, and the subject of tonight's feature is another.
Ooh.
A dinosaur's dream. In fact, they even have a song about a dinosaur. A fire-breathing dinosaur. And I don't care if you're an Aboriginal bushman, you know it well. An ode to the king of the monsters himself, Godzilla! Enough said. So, how are things in the world of the Blue Oyster Cult these days relative to the classic years? Online trolls will tell any and every recording act that's over 50 that they should have packed it in years ago.
Why?
They do that shit. But most of the time, these little heathens are wrong.
It's true. Most of the time.
Most of the time. Sure, there might be less animation and they're aging carcasses on stage, and they may sing a little deeper, but the last thing to go with old rockers is their balls, okay?
That's right.
Now, that might make for a viscerally satisfying live performance, but do balls necessarily make for a good record?
No.
No.
If they did, I'd be making great records all the time, because I've got some big cojones.
It takes, what about... balls is not enough. What is it Scarface said? The bullet and the balls, you know.
That's right.
In this case, it's balls and good material. What about the songs? Many of these bands are down to 2 original members, a surprising number of them, although probably they're the most critical ones, as well as the principal songwriters.
True.
Dylan still has Dylan, you know.
Well, yes.
And the Who still has Pete Townsend, and the Stones still have Jagger and Richards. But that's where BOC, the Blue Oyster Cult, is dramatically different from every other band. Like many other acts, they still have 2 principal singers, who are also composers. But the songwriting of Blue Oyster Cult was a real community effort. All 5 of the original members wrote in varying combinations, and some individually, but with the frequent assistance of outside lyricists.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you know how?
Yeah, they did. You know how some bands have this mysterious figure hanging around who didn't play or didn't sing, but just contributed some lyrics here and there?
Yes.
You know, we're not talking Bernie Taupin and Elton John model. But we're talking about somebody who just attaches himself to a band like Pete Brown with Cream, Pete Sinfield with Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Keith Reed from Procol Harum. Well, in addition to a number of lyrical contributions from punk poet priestess Patti Smith, who was dating BOC keyboardist Alan Lanier, who's now deceased. Besides her, they had no fewer than 3 writers of fantasy and horror fiction.
Wow.
Michael Moorcock, John Shirley, and in the early days, Sandy Pearlman.
I'm sorry. I have to stop you a second. Did you say Moorcock?
Yes, Michael Moorcock. That's his name.
Fuck yeah.
He's apparently a very well-known sci-fi horror something writer.
Michael, excuse me. Can I get
something
Moorcock,
weird
please?
shit. As befits his name.
Excuse me, where's Moorcock?
Moorcock, yeah. Moorcock.
God, I fucking love it.
Get me Moorcock.
That's right. I'd like some Moorcock, please.
And and in the early days, they had Sandy Pearlman, who was also their manager. I mentioned him on an earlier show. He was the one who suggested fantasy names for each member of the group.
Nice.
And all of these names were declined because Eric Bloom didn't want to be Jesse Python.
Oh, shit.
I guess, yeah.
That makes kind of good sense.
Except, they were all declined except for one. Lead guitarist Donald Roser became Buck Dharma, a personal goat of mine for sure. Dharma and Eric Bloom Python were the 2 chief lead singers, although the rhythm section of Albert and Joe Bouchard, the brothers, sang lead now and then. And Dharma and Bloom are the 2 remaining members of this marvelous group. Now, with Dharma single-handedly writing the band's 2 signature songs, the aforementioned Godzilla and Don't Fear the Reaper, you know them, of course.
Less cowbell.
We also and you would always say less cowbell, you cowbell hater.
Yes.
We already know where you stand on the cowbell thing.
Less cowbell.
You know those, of course. He also co-wrote and sang another big hit that you probably know called Burnin' For You.
Yes.
As well as singing the 2 classics just mentioned. For You.
I love
That's
that
right.
song.
Another one he sings, all 3 of those.
Nice.
The brothers Bouchard were a big part of shaping the distinctive sound of Blue Oyster Cult, however, through their amazing songs. First, let me say that all the King's Horses and all the King's Men couldn't get this phenomenal group to maintain any lasting success, and I don't know why. They're one of those bands like the Tubes who have songs that everybody knows, but the sales just don't remain, and they get dropped from labels and go long periods without releasing records.
And then also play second fiddle to some bands, which is confusing because they're huge.
Yes, they're legendary, but they're opening for somebody who isn't half as good.
And you're like, what the hell?
24 million records sold worldwide sounds like a lot.
Sounds like a lot.
But divided by all the years, it really isn't that much. You know? There were 13 years between Heaven Forbid and 2001's Curse of the Hidden Mirror album, and a stunning 19 years between that and The Symbol Remains, which was released in 2020. I mean, that's a long hiatus, folks.
That is.
This is quite a contrast to acts like Alice Cooper, Cheap Trick, and Deep Purple, who've been putting out records almost nonstop since they came on the scene.
Yep. The
band observed, and I'm paraphrasing, "You don't even make your money back on albums these days." right?
True.
But this band is so good now, it would be a crime not to record them. So that's the general idea of what they said. So
Nice.
Is that the case? And did the core of diehard BOC fans greet the new release with egret? Is the symbol the only thing that remains?
Well, you guys are a cult.
Yeah, we are a cult. It's so true. Or does the bizarre, goofy, horrifying, witty, off-kilter mojo of Blue Oyster Cult still cast the same spell? Well, the over 2,000 reviews on Amazon round up to 5 stars. And
Wow.
elated fans are gushing about it being the best album in over 40 years, the best one ever, or at least among the very greatest in their history.
Wow.
So are they all just drunk with nostalgia and emotional investment?
Potentially.
It's cult-like.
Yeah, it is.
No, from my cult indoctrinated position, it's just that damn good.
Oh.
It honestly sounds like they never went anywhere, and they received some massive help from new keyboardist, guitarist, songwriter, and lead singer Richie Castellano, who wrote a number of tracks and sings 3 on this dazzling comeback album. We have songs about vampires, aliens, and a tale of sorcery and revenge called The Alchemist, based on an H.P. Lovecraft story.
Nice.
So were they just trying to check the macabre little boxes and meet expectations? She's laughing because of macabre little boxes and meet expectations.
There it is.
It still says it,
It
right
does
here.
not. Let me see. Oh, my God. Such an inside joke. So sorry.
Sorry,
I
folks.
could not help myself.
Hopefully you're laughing just because we're laughing like
we're
idiots.
laughing
yeah.
like idiots.
Frivolity is our stock and trade.
It
you
is,
know? I mean,
yes.
we're asking,
cashing
but
in.
can you be too frivolous?
No,
And
you can't.
I would submit to you, okay, you watch the film Batman Forever, and you think, was Jim Carrey a little over top? And I say, you're playing the fucking Riddler. Could
Although-
you be a little over the top? Have you ever seen Frank
Absolutely.
Gorshin? It's
Come
the
on.
same thing with this show. We're
like-
going to be as dumb as we can be.
I wish you would have stopped at I submit to you. That would have been good.
Yeah. Moving right along. So,
I like submission.
were they just trying to check? Well, that's what the show's all about, isn't
That's
it?
right.
Yeah, that's
Damn
right.
it.
Oh, were they just trying to check the macabre little boxes and meet expectations like Black Sabbath so ham-fistedly did with their last album, 13, he said to himself so no one could hear.
Hey,
Cut.
Just
Yeah.
so you know, I heard that.
Oh, you heard that shit? That was that loud? Yeah.
Yeah, it was so loud.
But you never, ever get that impression from this band, not from Blue Oyster Cult. Right from the start, the early records, the whole dark 70s biker thing, they had these wacky, nerdy songs. I mean, I love that about this group. Like Alice Cooper, they're not afraid to be cheesy. You know, I mean,
There's some cheese.
they've always dished out the unexpected along with whatever they were supposedly going to be known for. Here we have a song about that viral news superstar, Florida Man. That's on the new album. Why does Florida Man always seem to be doing fucked up things? The song purports to explain that. Okay.
Okay.
And it might sound trite and predictable, but their song about cell phone addiction is still pretty sharp and enjoyable. Everybody's done one, but it's still good.
I haven't,
yeah.
no.
You haven't? Oh, you
No.
haven't done one.
No, I
Okay.
haven't, sorry.
Well.
I'm missing it.
And for the second album in a row, never mind the huge span in between, Boogie Monster Buck Dharma indulges in electrified southern rock like a runaway train. In fact, this album's foray in that direction is called Train True. And there's a part that goes train, feedly dang, feedlo tendi doo doo dangy doo, feedlo tendi doo ding. It actually goes like that.
I'm going to go ahead and say nope.
It's total square dance insanity, and this is Buck Dharma singing. It's just amazing, and
It doesn't sound amazing. I'm sorry.
that's the thing about it. It is. Like Devo, they're through being cool, okay? In fact,
Clearly, it sounds
leather
like
clothes and shades notwithstanding, they never really tried that hard. This group doesn't put on airs, and they only have one thing in mind, which is showing you a damn good time, even if they got to be silly to do it. In addition to Train True's Feedly Dangs, we also get the... Train, Feedly Dang. You got to hear it.
I'm out, dude.
You got...
I will hear it, but then I'm out.
We also get keen insights like this. And I said, feelings are somewhat symptomatic of societal abrasions that conform electric static. And, you know...
Did he partner up with? I think they partnered up with John Anderson.
But
to
that's
create
so-
some just bullshit weirdness.
But isn't it so right? I mean, I was just saying that to you over dinner, wasn't I?
That's true.
I
Twice.
mean,
Twice during
feelings
dinner.
are somewhat symptomatic of whatever the hell it was.
That's
That's
true.
what I said. yeah.
Electrostatic, yeah.
The haunting, dreamlike melodies, the gorgeous harmonies, the brain cell incinerating guitar fireworks, The crunching, gonad-kicking riffs, everything you could go in hoping for, as well as stuff you wouldn't expect, feedly dang, is there. No fan who buys this record will be a mourning dove. They'll have no egrets. They won't think, what a booby I am.
Oh, shit.
I feel like a falcon idiot.
Oh, my
It's a very, very welcome back for Blue Oyster Cult, who've been touring all along, but finally decided to grace us all with an album. And this one has met with some chart success, too. So I hope the boys got your money back, because we got our money's worth. And I'll see you in a couple weeks on stage. That's right. I'm going to see the boys in 2 weeks. Again. As far as legacy, well, everyone knows them. Although, this is incredible, too. If you do a GIF, GIF search, you're going to come up with 1,000 GIFs of a certain Saturday Night Live sketch.
Yes.
If you put Blue Oyster Cult, it's going to come up with the cowbell sketch.
More cowbell.
You're going to pictures of Will Ferrell, and
yes.
Christopher Walken. Yeah.
Yes.
And one, maybe, of the band themselves. But every rock fan, even if they only know the hits, understands that this is a great ensemble and gives them their propers, their due respect. Thank you. They were great, and they can hold their heads high to this very hour. And I'm sorry, it's been a long day. I tried to be swift. I'm done huffing and puffing and raving.
Oh, shit.
Surely it's your turn.
Oh, my God. Just going to blow them all out right now.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
That's your take it away.
All right, I will
If
take it away.
we were folk singers, that's your take it away.
Very
Is that my
nice.
pencil?
This?
No, the pencil.
Well, fuck,
The number
there's
2
like
pencil.
400 pencils.
That number 2
there was
pencil looks quite a bit like mine.
That's what happened, is the number 2 fell on the number floor.
Oh, that's what fell.
Yes.
Shit, we're sitting here
I
thinking.
was just remembering. I was like, fucking phantom in here? I don't know what's going on. All right. So now we go to the very reason that we are here, and that is indie music. And
ostensibly.
Yes. But the thing is you're here because you have FOMO, right? And I want to make sure that you don't miss out on Allie Evanson. The song is aptly named Bite My Tongue, and she is from Detroit, Michigan. This is indie folk rock singer-songwriter music, and I will tell you, this packs a punch. Let's take a listen to Allie.
You won't shut up, and I'm holding back. All the empty space is filled with your stories of a time you'll soon forget. Do I stay
was Allie Evanson. Wow. So I'm going to let you start this one.
You are? Like I started the show. Okay. All right. Well, Allie Evanson, Bite My Tongue. That had me at the name. I was totally hooked on that idea. And as the title would suggest, the lyrics are kind of biting right from the very start. Despite the really sedate vocal delivery, it's kind of like dreamlike until after a short build-up it hits the chorus, and it's a full band rocking pretty damn hard.
But I hear in her voice an intensity, like I can hear it sounds like she is actually biting her tongue, which is my favorite, where she's like, I'm holding back, but if I let go, you're going to be fucking obliterated. And I love it. There's a lot of tension in this song. And
it is the different parts as contrast toy boat, as much of a toy boat as they are, as contrary as they might seem, complement each other so well, and they repeat them so that you become comfortable with it. You start thinking, oh, I know how this song goes. It's a great song. I know all about this song. But then this goes into this grandiose guitar break. It's just amazing.
But it's not overdone.
No, it's not overdone at all. It's just, I deliberately veer into parody. This is dead on perfect, This is, and you don't know, because of the change, you don't know when it's going to end, but as Baron Frankenstein said in a great Hammer film, uncertainty is one of life's fascinations, isn't it? At least that's certainly the case with music, and I thank Christina for having FOMO on everybody's behalf,
yes.
Fear that we will all miss out on great acts like Allie Evanson and songs like Bite My Tongue. So thank you for being afraid on our behalf.
Absolutely. I definitely have
It's like FOMO by proxy, I think.
Absolutely.
Something like that.
And I have severe FOMO about indie artists because there are just so many. As an indie artist, you have, the fear of people missing out on you, but then as an indie artist and music lover, you fear missing out on them. And I was so happy to come across this amazing track. And I love lines like, "You won't shut up." That's the first line. You won't shut up.
Yeah, exactly. Right out it starts.
I just love it. And then also, I don't miss you. But then she talks about how she misses the possibility of what could have happened. She doesn't miss that person. So it's like this amazing struggle. And I just thought, I love her control and her execution. And like I said, I hear her holding back. I hear her like almost through her teeth singing this song. To whoever the person is that she's thinking of. And the instrumentation and the warmth of the entire track, I love it. There's this warmth about the whole thing, but then there's also this pain about the whole thing. I don't know. And then I like that she says her little flourishes on lie, just stay with me. And, everything in this to me is like the perfect balance. Her and then the band, the solo, the dropouts, the startups again. I mean, amazing. It made, to me, it's like all the best parts of folk, indie, singer-songwriter, but I submit it's much more. And on this track and on Allie, I will not bite my tongue. And you can find her on Facebook at Allie Evanson Music, and that's ALLYEVENSON Music. So, next feature is Various Songbirds, and for this feature, we name lines from songs and try to stump each other in a head-to-head battle. And I always get super fucked on this, and let's see if this week will be no different than the preceding weeks.
Yeah. In other words, prepare for victimhood. Prepare for persecution.
Prepare, exactly, because that's the position you put me in. Look, I have a fear of missing out, but not on this part of the show.
No, this is going to find. That This is not something you will not miss out on.
No, I will not.
And this is going to be a fascinating one, and I will say something going in, which you might want to bear in mind, perhaps, if you want to crack the code. This one actually has something of a theme. However, it will not become apparent until after the first two, and if you figure out what the theme is, it might help you to solve 3 and 4. So.
Okay, yeah, you have nothing like that happening.
That's exactly how it's going down.
All right. So, and thank you for the hint. I go first this time. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
I'm running with the wind, the shadow in the dust, and like the driving rain, yeah, like the restless rust, I never sleep.
What? I'm running with the wind?
I'm running with the wind, a shadow in the dust, And like the driving rain, yeah, like the restless rust, I never sleep.
You know, I probably know the riffs. I probably could dance along to the song, but the lyrics, just like you always say, I don't know lyrics. Well, this...
Do I say it like that? I don't know. I don't remember saying it that way.
I might have had something in my throat when I said it. You know?
Okay.
But don't have any idea on this one.
And I want, and I need, and I love, animal. Def Leppard.
Oh, see, I don't know that song at all. Somehow that song completely eluded me.
You don't know the song Animal.
It was not a big hit. Maybe it was.
Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe it was.
Did you just say it was not a big hit?
It didn't reach the tar pit.
I'm sorry. You didn't say that. You said it was not a big hit. So airplane mode activated. So just hang on this one.
When you were safely off the plane.
It was the band's first top 10 hit.
Huh.
In the UK, reaching number 6. And it's off the album Hysteria, their most popular album.
Oh, Hysteria, shit.
So you are making no sense to this girl, but that's okay.
I didn't know it got airplay.
What the fuck is going on
Maybe
with you?
The glorious WPDH had a hard-on for Def Leppard. I don't know, but
wow.
They played 3 or 4 tracks from just about everything that was worth a damn, so I'm surprised I didn't hear that one.
You did hear it. You know it. So anyway, all right. Well, I did not expect to stump you with that because you're a Leopard fan. So that
missed
was
it by a mile.
Very
Total bomb. Okay.
All right.
Remember to be keen-eyed for the theme.
All right, but not intentional on my part. I thought that was a gimme.
Yeah. All right. Buying bread from a man in Brussels. He was 6'4" and full of muscle. I said, "Do you speak my language?"
Men at work.
And he just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said,
I come from a land down under.
Down under.
That's right.
Down under. Good day. You're having a good day here.
I
You got your first one. All right. Well, go ahead. I'll have a bad day when you tell me the next. Go ahead.
No, you'll know this one, I think. Mother Moon, she's calling me back to her silver womb. Father of creation takes me from my stolen tomb.
Now, that's a deep cut. You couldn't just go to the streets and... But she's geared this towards what she thinks I know. And of course, I know that this is Symptom of the Universe by Black Sabbath. Little piece of trivia. I swear in high school I had a class called Rock Music History.
Fuck yeah.
And I brought in Symptom of the Universe and played it for the class. And most of the kids thought, that's just shit. It's such repetitive drivel.
Wow.
You know, and the teacher said, whoa, wait a minute. Listen to this segue here. This is extremely intricate, you know.
Yeah.
That fantastic segue into that beautiful acoustic picking part and everything. Oh, yeah, I know that one backwards and forwards. Thank you.
I know you do.
Silver platter, a cotton ball on a silver platter.
Ready?
All right, well, I hope the next one works out a little bit better for you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the same. I'll use the platter and put my own cotton ball and serve it right back to you because this one is a Cracker Jack box.
Mm.
Well, East Coast girls are hip. I really dig those styles they wear. Need I say more? And the Southern girls, with the way they talk, they knock me out when I'm down there.
Girls, is it David Lee Roth?
That's the question, isn't it? It's actually the Beach Boys. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not fair.
No, I mean, I figure everybody knows it's a Beach Boys cover.
Well, but, it is a Beach Boys cover.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if you were referring to
but I'm saying you didn't think David Lee Roth originated.
No.
Everybody knows it's a cover.
No, I definitely
know that
whole
album
song.
was covers. Yeah.
Yes, I definitely know
All
that song.
All right, so another gift would be nice.
Huh. Yeah?
It's more blessed to give than to receive. So.
Is it?
Yeah.
High blood drumming on your skin. It's so tight. You feel my heat. I'm just a moment behind.
I'm just a moment behind. Say it again.
High blood drumming on your skin. It's so tight. You feel my heat. I'm just a moment behind.
Oh no.
You know
this is one of those songs I would bang my head to and totally pogo like a fool, and it's going to stump me. Okay, I can always cut the stunned silence out, and this is sort of a lightning round?
Yes.
I hate that. Okay.
Why?
I didn't vote on that. You know?
It's boring to them if we just go on forever.
I didn't vote on any lightning round. Okay, yes, I did. All right, 1 second.
Okay.
High blood drumming on your skin. I'm cutting this. High blood drumming on your skin.
It's so tight.
It's so tight.
You feel my heat. I'm just a moment behind. You know this.
I heard this song today. If it's not Duran Duran's "Hungry Like the Wolf," I heard it today.
It sure
it's a fabulous
is.
song. just a moment behind him. Like, that's immortal.
Well, I think that was cotton ball worthy. I think that was just a very sweet toss.
Does that mean I have to give you one now?
No, you don't do that.
Oh.
Yeah, you totally fuck me.
Oh.
That's what happens.
No, this is a gimme, I promise.
Oh, okay.
I say, we can act if we want to. If we don't, nobody will. And you can act real rude and totally removed, and I can act like an imbecile.
You can go where we want to. If we got no friends don't dance, and if it's a safety dance by men without hats.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Men without hats.
Most people
eh?
would not remember men without hats. Yes, I see it. Men at work. I got you. I'm with you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I don't know. I was afraid I'd have to hit you over the head with it.
I think you were trying just now, but I didn't
To
need
be
it.
fair. Yeah.
I didn't need it. Well, I had a fear of missing out on the theme, so I didn't. I was paying close attention, and I did
You're
not.
a clever Jill. Okay.
Okay. This is the last one, and I assume this is another gimme. In the country where the sky touches down on the field, she laid down to rest in the morning sun.
In the country
Where the sky touches down on the field, she lay down to rest in the morning sun.
Oh, it's a song I know.
You know this song.
But and I can almost sing it, but I can't. Oh, defeat doom. What is it?
ELO's Do Ya.
Ah.
Do you want my
There
love?
are lines from that would have been a dead giveaway.
Right, that's why I picked very
Yeah.
carefully.
In this life, I've seen everything. Thank you. All right. Well, all right. Here's another. You're going to laugh. You've laughed pretty much for all of them at how you knew instant recognition.
It's just fun to actually get it.
Yes, and you'll get this one too. So that feeling will be prolonged. Your pop caught you smoking, and he said, "No way." That hypocrite smokes 2 packs a day. Man, living at home is such a drag. Now your mom threw away your best porno mag.
Busted.
Busted.
You gotta fight for your right to party by the Beastie Boys because I fucking love them.
All right. See.
So there's like some boys and men.
I mean, you're doing a victory lap here. I mean, you were killing it tonight.
I'm laughing my ass off because it's so much fun to get it.
I thought I'd give you a taste now and then. You know.
Thanks, that's nice. That's very nice. So you got 2 out of 4, but not because I didn't try to give you.
True. Yeah, true.
I mean, Animal is like one of their biggest hits off of Hysteria. Come on. I mean,
I must have been traumatized or something.
it must have been. I don't know what happened. So now, from various songbirds to our next artist, the Lichen Bite, with a song called Fangs. They are from Columbus, Ohio, and they are rock horror pop. So we went from indie folk rock to now rock horror pop. So let's take a listen. The Lichen Bite.
Vampire in the streets, werewolf in the sheets. Tweaker of the peach, eater of the sweet. That's me. That is me. That is me. That is me. Child of the night, dodger of daylight. The party's after
Ooh, the lichen bite with fangs. Wow. All right, so I will tell you, to me, this is like pop gold with a biting edge, and it's just amazing. And I love the that's me, that is me, that's me, that is me. I mean, actually, it's that's me, then it's that is me, that is me, that is me. It's very interesting. I love it. The rhythm in this song is intoxicating. The drums, the bass, holy shit. And there's a whole bunch more going on, but I just want to draw your attention to those two things because they're prominent and they're amazing. And the chorus is catchy and obviously funny. I get it. Fangs for everything, fangs for everything, fangs for nothing. So very funny. I fucking love it. And then his voice is so smooth in the beginning and so good and so poppy, and then it gets real gritty. And I wanted it so bad. I wanted to get gritty and hard, and it did. And that musical ending is fucking otherworldly. I loved it. There's so much going on there. It's so good. They're so tight. And I think at the very end I heard a wolf. I believe I did, because obviously we know what the lichen bite is.
That's right.
But I thought there was a little oh at the very end. I'm just telling you, as soon as this track started, I thought, oh shit, this is our jam.
First of all, let's talk about the name. We did a show called, the theme of which is Once Bitten. Involves being bitten, and there just happens to be a group called the Lichen Bite.
I'm just saying.
And a song called Fangs. They're trying to overqualify here.
They checked all boxes.
I might suspect that they formed this band just to be on the show.
Oh, I didn't want to come out and say that, but I agree.
Except for there's one thing I can't get past. If that were true, they wouldn't sound so damn good.
That's true.
And they do.
They're so good.
They're absolutely fantastic. And when I think back to before I heard this, I'm retroactively FOMO. I mean, even though it didn't happen, I'm still feeling the fear. It's
That's right.
It's like a limbic lag for fear.
You could have missed out on this.
But seriously, this campy humor, horror pop thing is so raw and elemental and punky. But as you said, it's very cerebral and it's intricate.
Yes.
You know, and that wonderful, dirty Rickenbacker sounding bass is so gorgeous.
I mean,
and who are these? Richard O'Brien's kids or something?
They're not. They don't have enough cheese to be.
Yeah. They'll grow into
cool.
it, but they've got the vibe. You know,
they've got the vibe. Man. They're so badass.
I gotta say that was a great find, and fangs for everything.
Fangs for nothing. And I'm just saying, they're so good. You can find them on Facebook at The Lichen Bite, and that's the LYCAN Bite. Holy shit. Columbus, Ohio, representing. I mean, really. All right, so that was our second artist, and I don't know about you, but I feel a little short of breath because they're so good. So maybe you bring us back down to earth for another feature. Well,
the problem with that is the feature is parody.
Yeah, it seems like a funny one.
You don't really get close to earth on that one. For this feature, we discuss parodies, satirical, funny, or silly-ass songs.
There's so
many.
I
would probably file this next one under the latter category.
And I would file a lot of your rap masterpieces under parody, satirical. I would say.
Thank you.
Witty.
Some of them don't miss the mark by too many miles.
No, not at all.
Well, and I would think we would file this song, as I said, under the silly-ass subcategory.
Nice.
There are all sorts of quaint, whimsical, sometimes even sappy songs, several within the catalog of the band responsible for tonight's selection. Arguably the most iconic rock band of all time, but none of the Beatles' other campy outings, nor any I can recall by any mainstream act, though I was in a group once that specialized in black humor, I will say, Trash Trio. None of their other songs have the singular feature of concerning brutal homicides.
No.
Blunt, bloody, bludgeon murders. I know you love alliteration.
You know I do.
That's right. This kitschy music hall ditty is about the savage killings of a quizzical young woman named Joan, an unnamed teacher, and, incredibly, a judge. In a courtroom during a trial.
Horrendous.
Oh, but he's a sly one, our dastardly protagonist. Aside from a rather happening little guitar break that you really don't see coming, Maxwell's silver hammer concerns itself with a a medical student, I guess, named Maxwell Edison,
Seems like it.
whose age is something of a mystery. And indeed, there's something strange about a young man who's, quote, majoring in medicine and can call women on the phone and offer to take them out to the pictures, yet he goes to a school where they can punish him by making him write something on the board 50 times. That doesn't add up to me.
No, I have some questions.
I am wrestling with that one. I mean, I don't think they do that at Yale.
You've been wrestling a long time.
Yeah, I mean, Yale doesn't do that. I mean, they probably put an ice cube in your underwear or something like that. I mean,
Probably.
one of these intelligence schools, or Ben Gay. I've actually had that done to me. That's
In your
interesting.
underpants?
Yes, at the academy. Yeah,
Brutal.
yeah. That's one of those jokes. Everybody
That's not
did it
right.
to everybody.
That's not right.
But that makes about as much sense as how the prisoner, who I always thought sat in the dock, got his hands on the People's Exhibit hammer and managed to get behind the judge, apparently unseen, at the climax of the story.
Stealthy.
There is also a disturbing twist with two demented female cultists identified as Rose and Valerie, who are shouting out that they must let this, at that time, only double murderer, because he hadn't killed the judge yet.
Well,
They were shouting out, he must go free. Subsequent
shit.
to what I imagine ultimately to be Maxwell's conviction, eventually, he can't kill everybody, I think Rose and Valerie probably went to California to Spawn Ranch to hang out with Charlie and the gang.
I think so.
I think that was the deal.
That's what happened.
I get, they and the Beatles would all go helter-skelter before too long, Edison family, Manson family, 6 of one, half
Same
dozen of
thing.
the other, Anyway, but that's the genius of the Beatles, to stick this song on what would become one of the most iconic rock records of all time, in between George Harrison's Gorgeous Something and the heart and throat-ripping Oh Darling, just like When I'm 64 on Sgt. Pepper, before the sitar and tabla drum astral trip on Within You, Without You.
Yes.
If you can make that work, you're geniuses. And the Beatles and George Martin were geniuses.
Absolutely.
It would surprise no one to learn that John Lennon hated the song.
What didn't he hate?
What didn't he hate? Anything of McCartney's
Anything.
schlock,
That's right.
And did not appear on it, although he was like recuperating from an accident or something. You know what? Lighten up, Francis. And hey, once you put out Woman, I think you owe Paul an apology. So, okay. But yes, there's a very, very silly parody for us.
That is a silly-ass song, and I love it. All right. Well, there is nothing silly. Well, that's not true. There could be a little silliness in this next artist. The band is Polyester, and the song, aptly named Bite Me. And they are from Stockholm, Sweden. And they are punk, pop, and new wave. Now, there is no place that said, as they typically do, what kind of music it is. This is my determination that these are the categories they fall into. It'll be interesting to hear what you think. There's certainly a little tongue-in-cheek stuff going on this song, and I think it's something that everybody will love. So here's Polyester.
I know you. You look angry. I'm so tired of you. I'm getting angry. All dressed in polyester, sweating, standing still. All dressed in polyester, rise the devil. Didn't like you, still don't. Didn't like you, still don't. Never liked you, still don't.
Now, I'm not one who normally likes polyester, but I fucking love this band. So, what do you think?
Yes, it's great public relations for the much maligned fabric because this band I will forever associate with a really good feeling that I got from hearing this song. It's this just absolutely delicious, crazy mashup of ska. It's like J-pop, K-pop, whatever the hell it is, and punk. And it has, there's as much sass and attitude as you would expect from the title, Bite Me.
Absolutely.
And it has such a live sound to it.
Yes.
That it's like you can't make out the faces, but you can kind of picture them performing it.
Yep.
Because it's just such an in-your-face song like that.
It is. Fuck
you can
off and
see them
bite
do it.
me? Come on.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just great about it is Come On and Bite Me is they just run with that and just that's it. They just exult in that last line many times over, and it doesn't get tiresome at all. It's wonderful.
It doesn't. It's wonderful.
The song is fantastic. Yeah, the band is really impressive.
So good.
So, yeah.
I will say, sassy and playful. I loved it. And just, I feel like it's just perfectly punky. And I love that the voice turns into a siren at the very beginning. And I just thought, fucking clever, you guys. I love it. And then that delightful little squeal that she makes me think Dolly Parton should cover this song. I would love to hear that because Dolly Parton has that cute little squeal too. Not quite to this degree because this is expert squealing. It's adorable. Like, I just want to hug her. She's so cute. I can't handle it. She probably want me to bite her, but... and I love there's this double time that happens and they return to regular time. Then they double time and they return to regular. Then they go double time until the end and you're just you don't know when it's going to end, and then it ends and you're like, oh, okay, there you go. And the ride is over. But what a fucking ride.
Yeah, you mentioned these squeaks and squeals, whatever they were, and that reminded me, and I really think this band has many of the virtues of a group I love, Missing Persons.
Yes.
Dale Bozio's sounds
For
and,
sure, little
and that
squeaks and squeals.
crazy-ass rhythm from Terry.
Terry, yeah.
And this is worthy of comparison with that. Excellent.
Absolutely is. I hear it, but for some reason it didn't register 1,000%.
Yeah.
But I think it's like a 2022 version of Missing Persons, and it's just like, holy shit.
A group we saw together, in fact.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing. Now, you can find this band on Bandcamp at pushmybuttons.bandcamp. So the name of the band is Polyester, but it's put up by Push My Buttons. So pushmybuttons.bandcamp. And you want to listen to a lot of other stuff by them. I'll tell you, I was happy to pay... I think it was like $1.47 or something for this track. I thought, God, I am so stealing this track.
How loyal is that?
Seriously, so good. All right. Well, I feel a little breathless again from that because it kind of got me right to the edge there and then just dropped my ass. I like it. So now I am going to do a feature we call Trivial Trills. And for this feature, I will name a musical act, artist, or band and see what, if any, tasty trivia tidbits David can share.
You know why it's called Trivial Trills? Because one, for the bird tie-in.
Yes.
And second, for brevity and alliteration and just general ease of usage. And it's so much better than make David look stupid. Expose David's ignorance. None of those quite have the ring to it. So.
Here's the thing. The reason I created this is because you are a fucking walking encyclopedia of musical knowledge, and it's obnoxious and wonderful all at the same time.
That's been disproven many times.
You make me look like a fool because I'm like, how did you fucking know that? You're like, I do research and I care. I'm like, fuck me.
Dino, baby. Dino.
So, the group this time is ABBA.
Oh,
Come
goodness
on.
gracious.
Come on. I know you know stuff about ABBA.
You know, it's surprising that I don't. I mean,
Are you fucking kidding me?
I had the albums Voulez-Vous and Super Trooper. This is a great group. It really is.
We love them.
But I don't know much about them. I know that they're like, I don't know who's the couple with who or any of the...
Not anymore, a couple at all.
Yeah, well, yeah, that just... None of them are, really. You name them. You know. But, no, I actually... And at least it's like Trivial Pursuit, as I always say. I'll learn when we all learn at the same time, because I know nothing starting out.
Well, so interesting factoids that I picked up. Not too many because I don't want to kill everybody with trivia, but very interesting. So, they held a competition in the local newspaper to find a suitable name for the band, and they kicked around names like Alibaba, Fab, and Baba. Interesting.
Fab. Oh, Lord.
F-A-B-B, and then Baba.
Oh, no.
Interesting.
F-A-B-B? Oh, that's even worse.
F-A-B-B, yes.
Goodness gracious.
I mean, I can't imagine being Alibaba.
Yeah.
I mean, Abba's good. And in 1974, they won the Eurovision Song Contest with Waterloo, which really put them on the map. So that's interesting. And did you know this? This is interesting. So during the Cold War, ABBA was paid in oil commodities because they could not accept rubles at the time. You could not. They had no value.
Wait, rubles?
Yeah, you could not at the time. So
who was giving ABBA rubles?
well, the
Russians?
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
I almost
to
said the
perform
government.
there. Okay.
To perform
Oh,
during the
okay.
Cold War. So
Hey, we'll take oil. Yeah.
Absolutely. So they're like, oil commodities, absolutely fine. Again, like gold, right? So that's interesting. And they didn't have a number one in the U.S. until 2008. Why?
That's absolute madness, first of all.
I know.
And I demand a
Stupid.
recount.
And why?
Recount.
What happened in 2008? Do you have any idea?
No, actually.
The musical film Mamma
Oh,
Mia,
duh.
and then the stage production Mamma Mia started to happen, and so there was a resurgence, and then they had a number
big
one.
resurgence.
Absolutely. And
It's just I've never seen it, believe it or not.
you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I don't
unfortunate.
feel... I have no FOMO of that.
Yeah, no, and just look at my face.
Yeah. No FOMO.
no.
No FOMO warranted.
I couldn't get through the whole thing, so that tells you something. And did you know that Led Zeppelin recorded In Through the Outdoor at their Polar Music Studios in Stockholm? So that's ABBA's studio, so they recorded that album there.
I actually did not know that.
Isn't that interesting?
Man.
And another little Robert Plant moment. In 1978, Robert Plant, Bjorn, and Benny went to a local sex club to get away from Agnetha and Frida. They're like, anything but these bitches. I gotta go. So they went to a sex club. I don't know what happened there. It's none of my beeswax. Maybe that's why they broke up. But I'm just saying they all
Depends
went.
on what year, you know. I mean,
It depends. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
what was Plant attached or not at the time?
I'm
you
just
know?
saying, of all the places you could go,
Yeah.
you could have gone to, what is their equivalent of a Denny's. You could have gone and sat in the parking lot. You could have gone to a park. You went to a sex club?
Guys, does your mother know?
I mean,
you know,
shit.
they got a whole lot of love.
That's they probably did. Well played. So, and then the other thing is 3.5 million people applied for tickets for 2 dates to see ABBA at London's Royal Albert Hall, enough to fill the venue 580 times.
Wow.
So, we're not the only two that love them. We just are probably the two most outspoken.
Yeah, we're the honest ones. We're willing to bear it, you know. We own up to who we are.
They're amazing.
Cheese balls, you know.
Cheese balls, I love it. They're amazing. And one of the other interesting things is, so they found out that the clothes that they wore on stage were basically tax deductible. Mm-hmm. And they just had to prove that they didn't wear them every day, that they wore them only for stage, and so that it was tax deductible. And they all agree our clothes were ridiculous at that time.
Yeah, I don't picture them going around the house and going to the store wearing the
And those
stage
jumpsuits.
outfits. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's kind of funny.
That's not a hard sell at all.
No, you go. You didn't go to the grocery store. You didn't go pick up the kids. I don't think they have kids. I don't know. You go pick up the kids in that get up. I don't think so. But anyway, those are just a few little factoids about ABBA that I thought you might know some more. But anyway, kind of fun to find out about one of our favorite little guilty or not guilty pleasures.
Nice Zeppelin tie there. That was
Right?
interesting.
That's very
and,
interesting.
Also, millions and millions of people signed up for concerts. The same with Zeppelin. It was the O2 Arena, wasn't it?
I believe, yes.
Yeah. Same thing. Fascinating. See, well, we all learn when we know nothing about ABBA, except for I probably know more of the music than the average person in the street because I had those albums, but I did not know those little tidbits. So
Well,
thank you.
now we all know, and now we can use them in the future, and you don't have to FOMO, right? You don't have to worry that you're missing out on important information about ABBA.
It's tempting.
And so now we go on to, ABBA got their justice when 3.5 million people applied for, 2 tickets to see them. And
Vindicated.
From there, we go to Justice Cow, our next indie artist. And the song name is Sink Your Teeth In. They're from Boston, Massachusetts, and they're alt-pop, experimental pop. Now, there's a story behind this band.
With a name like that, I hope so.
Well, here's the thing. So I didn't know the name of this band, but there is a tie to another indie band that Bruce and I love, which is called Bent Knee. Now, there's 2 of the 3 people in this band left Bent Knee recently. Because they're touring, they're getting very big. And so these 2, I believe they're a couple. They went into a trio called Justice Cow. And when I was listening to stuff on Bandcamp, it came up, and I loved it. And I brought up the picture, and I was like, I know that face, because we've seen them in live, right? And I was like, I know that face. I'm like, wait, is that Ben? Is that? And it's them. So, Bent Knee is an incredible indie band. Holy shit, they're so good. And these 2 people, 2 of the 3 in here, were in that band. They're fucking incredible too, and now they're doing Justice Cow. So weird, wacky, crazy thing. Check out Bent Knee. You will not be disappointed. And then today we're going to check out Justice Cow.
Sink your teeth in, stepped on oxygen. Hold me over till the morning. We'll recover, sink your teeth in. Maybe meet in person. Taking my oxygen. turn back the clock, undo my life, undo my life, get it back to us, calling my love, show me our love, show me our love, I am enough.
Justice Cow. Sink your teeth in. Well, was it sumptuous for you?
Yeah, we really hit the jackpot with the titles here tonight. I'm
Right?
telling you. I didn't think there would be that many.
Oh, I did.
All these goody two-shoes out there in the music scene. But honestly, the name, first of all, Justice Cow. I mean, that's brilliant. That's like a character name. I could write an entire series of children's books about Justice Cow.
Do it.
And except for you got the
Do it.
name first.
That's
yeah.
true.
Well, it starts off very ethereally, and I'm always okay with ethereal. I like a lot of that, And, it drifts along so innocently, and then suddenly it's not. I mean, lyrically, okay. Yeah. And then this really trippy percussion permeates the song, and I absolutely love that. And there's this instrumental, like kind of a break and kind of a theme that you hear in and out of this weaving its way throughout the rest of the song that sounds almost exactly like La Vie en Rose. Did you hear that? I mean, it's very, very close.
Interesting.
It's almost like an homage, or maybe it's just similar to it. And this sounds like a modern version of that kind of somber ballad, It's very modernized to the point of being progressive and experimental, and it jolts you pretty good a few times, and all this awesome stuff. And then there's these rattling chains, and I'm like, what the fuck is that, Marley's Ghost? I mean, it's so amazing, this song. And it, again, jolts and shocks and a really avant-garde outro. I mean, it's an amazing piece of music.
I agree. And, if you like this, there's definitely a lot more from Justice Cow. No, they're not a new band. They've been around for a while, but I think this is their sole project, at least that I'm aware of at this time. So normally I don't like auto-tune, but in this particular instance, I love it because it's not overdone and it's perfect. There's some sort of sweetness about it. And it's sparing because this person, this woman can actually sing. And I really like it. It feels like the use is fresh. I don't know. And the progginess. Now, and I hate to mention the other band because this is a different band, but Bittern is very proggy.
There you go.
So I would not expect anything less. And these two musicians are just brilliant. So, and the third one I don't know much about, but obviously the three of them together makes this amazing music. But I really love the textures, the electronic flourishes, the synths in there, the experimental nature of it. I mean, they're all expertly applied because these are absolutely brilliant musicians. And it's so complex and dense. And I love to listen to tracks that challenge me the musical conventions. And I feel like this really does. And even though it may feel avant-garde, to me it just feels fresh and new and different and exciting. And I like complex. I know a lot of people listen to music to just get lost. I get lost in the complexity, and I love it. And every time I listen to it, I'm going to hear something different come out. And every time I listen to it, I'm going to fall in love with another piece. I'm going to feel the feeling. Like there is that innocence. Then there is kind of heaviness. And the whole thing, there's a mood, there's a feeling, there's a vibe, and I just love it. I think Justice Cow is amazing, and I look forward to hearing a lot more from them. And again, it's been years that we've been following Bittern, so this is just another extension of an already great band. Now they're fractured, and they've gone to their own way, so now I have two bands that I can just love.
Nothing like those spin-offs. Some of them are better than the original bands.
Absolutely. So in this case, I think we have a neck and neck. They're very different, but very similar in lots of ways, and I'm just so excited by it, and congratulations to Justice Cow. Sounds really great. And again, because we've been following you for so long, I feel all like emotional about it. I'm like, oh, you go, guys. So you can find them on Facebook at Justice Cow. All right, so the next feature is Squawk That Loon Lightning Round. And for this feature, one person, me, names 5 artists, and the other person has 30 seconds to sing an excerpt from a song by that particular band or artist. And I've been the one to do Squawk That Loons in recent days because it occurs to me and it's fun. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to set my timer for 30 seconds because I'm a stickler for time.
I feel the pressure already. And I'm feeling singularly unprepared, but I don't suppose I can get a continuance, so let's just do it.
All right. Are you ready? Eminem.
Oh, whoa. I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating, so won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up.
Very nice. Okay. So let me reset my timer.
I could have done a deeper one, but
No,
it came to mind.
hey,
Lightning
hey.
is lightning, you know?
Lightning is lightning. All right. Beastie Boys.
Well, all right. I can't stand it. I know you planned it. How much do I got to do?
That's it.
Oh,
You're
okay,
fine.
good. Yeah. Sabotage, yeah.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Genesis.
Uh-oh. Follow you follow me every day and night, if that's what the lyric says.
I have no idea what song you're singing.
Follow you, follow me.
Oh, okay.
I can do another one, you know.
No, I'm... No, it's fine.
It's always the same. It's just the same. That's all. Wait, it's always
Oh.
a shame. It's just the same. It's
That's
always the same. It's just a shame. That's all. I know that.
Are you ready?
Hmm?
Prince.
Uh-oh. So tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999, or it's 2000 party over. It's out of time.
Okay. Very nice, very nice. These are kind of softballs,
Yeah.
honestly.
Big time softballs.
All right, and the Smiths.
Wait. But heaven knows I'm miserable now. That's it. I only know that. I can't. I'm stumped. I mean, if I could think for a while, but no, I don't know them well enough.
Every day is like Sunday.
They
All right.
kind of went in one ear and out the other, even though I enjoyed them that
rude.
much, you know.
All right, well, you got 4 out of 5. I mean, that is your no slouch.
Yeah.
4 out of 5. Very nice.
It's just the dino is visible. The dino factor is visible here.
We have one more indie band to listen to for this show, and then we will provide the new theme. But right now, we're going to focus all of our attention on Dichotomy, and the song is The Bite. They are from Pittsburgh, and they are punk. So are you ready?
For some punk, always, babe.
Hell yeah.
Run
Dichotomy. What say you?
Well, dichotomy, first of all, just by spelling the name D-I-E, which the listeners don't know unless they're seeing it in print, dichotomy is that's a fact. It inclines me towards you. 'Cause
Yes.
that's very sweet.
Absolutely.
And the bite. Hey, you're all on the same page.
There
There's a
it
lot of
is.
biting going on out there.
A whole lot.
And this one, I mean, it starts off with this really metal, doomy thing, but then it turns into just this runaway zombie punk story, and it's just a gas, and that would have been fine, but then it stops for this instrumental break that's just total
fucking
hammering,
amazing.
just an absolute brutalizing.
Love it.
And, you know, it's sung, the lyrics are sung and screamed, this demented horror stuff and everything. I mean, what's not to love? This song really has it all, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's like bang, 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 here's what you love, boom, you know, a quick fix, and terrific stuff.
So good. Yeah, I agree. Guitars, damn. Bass, drums, damn. They come right in badass, like from the get-go, right in your face. It's a humorous story. It's kind of funny. You can kind of picture it. I love the woes. They're kind of whimsical and kind of fun. Whoa. It's just kind of unexpected. And it kind of gives me a little doo-woppy thing, which I kind of like. It kind of stuck with me. And the breakdown in the middle, yes, please.
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
hell yes. And the screams at the end and the growling, I just can't even. I mean, there's a little bit of like the screaming and the growling, and then it goes back to kind of a Green Day feel. And I know that that's tough whenever you say punk band to be compared to somebody. I'm not comparing. I'm just saying there's a sensibility that I love and I appreciate about what you do and about what Green Day does. So to be mentioned in the same sentence to me as Green Day is a huge fucking compliment because they're just brilliant.
And bands that went before them that they, you know, kind of evolved from, you know, and that's what we see here. It's okay to say they remind me of this group that's really good, like Green Day or the Ramones or whatever.
Yeah.
But the whole the horror angle, the
Love it.
That's just I love that kind of thing.
Yes.
It's not you would expect it almost to be rockabilly, but it's not. It's much
not.
heavier.
It's much heavier.
And that's what's beautiful about it. It's just a great number.
Really a great tune. So if you want to find Dichotomy, you can find them on Facebook at Dichotomy Punk, but spelled DIECHOTOMY Punk. Well, so we're getting to the point in the show where we start to do that thing I hate doing because I love doing the show, which is wind things down. But we are, and so that leaves you, normally my job, but I'm passing it on, to introduce the new theme, and I think you know why.
Yeah, well, if I had to hazard a guess, I would say the new theme is usually something absurd, and you want to see if I can say it. If I'm willing to say it, or I'm just going to tear up my paper contract and head for the door.
Well, you'd want me to go for the door.
Yes.
Because you live here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I live
Yeah.
in both studios. Okay.
Yeah.
But I, as always, have no problem restating the theme as I did earlier. That was tonight, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Okay. So the new theme is Should I J or Should I Oriole? That's right. And these are songs about the struggle to stay where you are in life, in a relationship, etc., or whether you should escape, leave, and risk imagining something new. So again, we're leaving the field wide open. We don't expect to hit absolute bullseyes like we did tonight with all this biting stuff, which I was pleasantly surprised with. So, should I J or should I Oriole? Tell us via song.
I can't handle how much fun that is for me. I write this stuff and I'm like, oh my God, he's not going to say it. Every time you just say it, and you say it like you're saying something, like you're reading, you know, Shakespeare.
Just words. Yeah. What do you read, Lord? Words.
Of course, words.
Oh, there you go. I always like to throw a little Shakespeare reference in there when we can.
Why not?
And so, just as new themes need to be introduced, puppies need to be wrapped up in neat little blankets. So, let's wrap this puppy up in a neat little blanket. Coming up, Winging It. Enjoy the short shrift. We're not going to give you the short shrift and short sheet on the short show. Enjoy this short show that covers a single fantastically interesting topic. We're not biased at all when we say that.
Nope.
No music, no features, just mainstream music chat, opinions that are all correct, and uproarious laughter. We offer you entertainment by this means every single week. And we invite you to listen to us on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, Deezer, and many more. They tell us we're there. We don't know for a fact.
We are.
We don't search
I know.
them all. But,
I know.
Oh, you probably do, too. So loyal. Always click subscribe and enable notifications on these platforms of yours. So follow us also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. at BOAF On Air. It's BOAF, as in Birds of a Feather, On Air. Everywhere we have the same name. Lucky us. Some people really have a problem. Poor unfortunates. This is where we advertise our new themes. After I've been compelled and coerced into saying them, which I have no objection to at all. So, tell your friends in bands to send in their music. That's right, submit. We want to grow our flock too, and we need your help in doing that, in that noble endeavor. Please share us on your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. feeds. Share your birds with the world. And with all the obligatories out of the way, I guess that only leaves for you to say...
Let's get the flock out of here.
This has been Birds of a Feather on What the Flock Radio.